Welcome back. This is day 2 of your money mindset reset. Yesterday, we talked about money as the energy that powers your life. Today, we're talking about feeling like we don't have enough of that energy. Now, I want to remind you this is a process. These aren't massive overnight changes. These are small shifts, subtle shifts, but over time, they build into something very powerful. Most of us were raised in what many call a scarcity mindset. And a lot of times, we don't even realize it. It sounds like there's never enough, I can't afford that, and what if something goes wrong? And if I'm being honest, this was me for a very long time. I didn't walk around saying it out loud, but underneath everything, there was always the feeling of not enough. And here's the thing. Your brain's actually wired this way. It looks for problems, it looks for risk. So when it comes to money, that shows up as fear. You feel it when you're grocery shopping. You feel it when you pay a bill. You feel it when something unexpected pops up. That tight feeling in your chest, the tension in your body, that's scarcity. And this is important. That feeling, it's not truth. It's just fear. The more you hold that fear, the tighter everything gets. It's like your hand is stuck in a cookie jar. If you reach in and you grab cookies, you're gripping so tightly and you're trying not to lose anything, but you can't actually move because now you can't get your hand out of the jar. Scarcity creates that loop. The more you believe there isn't enough, the more you experience not enough. Even if it's not fully true, you're stuck in a loop. So I want you to pause for a second and think, have you felt this? Maybe standing in the line at the grocery store, maybe looking at your bank account, maybe thinking about the future. Do you feel tense? Do you feel like no matter what you do, it's just not enough? Because recognizing that's the first step. Now, here's the good news. You don't have to stay there. There's another way to think about money. And honestly, it feels a whole lot better. This is where things started to change for me. It's called an abundance mindset. I know, abundance mindset, but still. An abundance is the belief that there's always more than enough. That life, God, the universe, whatever it is that you believe in, is constantly providing for you. Drop a comment below and tell us all ways that you felt provided for that showed you that abundance when scarcity would have been an easier, more default way of thinking. It's always nice to hear from other people where they see that abundance because it helps us recognize where it's showing up in our own life. Now, I'll be honest. This shift to abundance mindset doesn't mean everything is magically perfect. This isn't a magic wand. It doesn't mean you never have bills or stress. I wish, right? But it means you stop approaching money from panic. And I want to be really clear about this. This is not about ignoring your responsibilities. Please don't ignore your responsibilities. It's not about pretending everything's fine. It's about changing the energy that you bring to it and changing that from fear to trust to empowerment. That empowerment is going to give you some control. So instead of saying, I can't afford this, you start asking, well, how can I make this possible? Or how can I use my money differently to support what I actually want? And that shift alone will change everything. So let's guide you through this. Let's walk through this. If you can, again, close your eyes if you're somewhere safe. And think about a recent moment where money stressed you out. I know, relaxing, right? Maybe it was a higher grocery bill, an unexpected expense. How did you feel in that moment? Did your body tighten up? Did you feel anxious? Now, take that deep breath. And imagine that same situation where nothing about the situation changes, only your perspective. This time, you trust the flow of money. You trust that money will flow in when you need it, and you can handle it with calm, not panic. How does that feel? Can you feel a difference in your body? Because nothing about it changed except how you experienced it. Now go grab that journal. You're just going to want to have it every day, actually. And whatever, pen to paper, I think is great because there's a connection between your hand and your brain. But if an app works better for you, if voice notes work better for you, it's really about whatever works for you. So write these down, memo them, whatever. First, where is my financial life feeling scarce? Where in my financial life does scarcity come up? 2, where am I already experiencing abundance? And even in the smallest of ways. If you can recognize little bitty things, then you can start to see it kind of everywhere. And 3rd, how can I begin shifting my thinking? And if you don't have any of those answers yet, that's okay, because now you're thinking about it. You're starting to try to look for it and notice it. Today, your job is super simple. Catch yourself when scarcity shows up. When you feel that tightening or that stress, however it is that you experience it in your body, pause, take that deep breath, and say, there's always enough. I am always provided for. You're not trying to be perfect here. You're just trying to become aware. And awareness, well, that's where everything starts to change. If this is resonating with you, please subscribe. Join us for the rest of the reset. You have more control than you think. You've got this. I'll see you tomorrow for day 3, where we'll talk about those voices in your head that go back to where your money beliefs actually started. This one surprised me. You don't want to miss it.